You were destroyed and defeated.
In the shadows of the night we stand our ground. Whispers of the lost, their cries resound. The CPS Punisher with truth as our shield. We'll fight for the children, their wounds revealed. The system spinning tales, painted lies on the walls. A child of many lost, will you heed the calls? Herbert's guiding light, Vinny sharp insight. Together we shine, bringing truth into the light. No more silence, we raise our voice. We're the warriors, standing strong, fighting for justice where we all belong. In a world that's lost its way, we won't let them win. Together we'll rise, let the healing begin. No more silence, we raise our voice. We're the warriors, standing strong, fighting for justice where we all belong. In a world that's lost its way, we won't let them win. Together we'll rise, let the healing begin. Behind closed doors, the truth gets twisted. False claims and betrayal, so many lies.
And your land was made useless. But now you will have more people than the land. Your children will soon return to you, and the people who defeated you and destroyed you will leave. Look up and look around you. All your children are gathering to return to you. The Lord says, "As surely as I live, your children will be like jewels that a bride wears proudly." You were destroyed and defeated, and your land was made useless. But now you will have more people than the land can hold, and those people who destroyed you will be far away. Children were born to you while you were sad, but they will say to you, "This place is too small for us. Give us a bigger place to live." Then you will say to yourself, "Who gave me all these children? I was sad and lonely, defeated and separated from my people. So who reared these children? I was left all alone. Where did all these children come from?" This is what the Lord God says. "See, I will lift my hand to signal the nations. I will raise my banner for all the people to see. Then they will bring your sons back to you in their arms, and they will carry your daughters on their shoulders. Kings will teach your children, and daughters of kings will take care of them. They will bow down before you and kiss the dirt at your feet. Then you will know I am the Lord. Anyone who trusts in me will not be disappointed. Can the wealth a soldier wins in war be taken away from him? Can a prisoner be freed from a powerful soldier? This is what the Lord says. The prisoners will be taken from the strong soldiers. What the soldiers have taken will be saved. I will fight your enemies, and I will save your children. I will force those who trouble you to eat their own flesh. Their own blood will be the wine that makes them drunk. Then everyone will know I, the Lord, am the one who saves you. I am the powerful one of Jacob who saves you."
The children in our country are being made to be the victim of a situation they are not involved, and then sent to a foster home where they again are reintroduced to trauma of being the odd ball. Our courts are contaminated with young, inexperienced caseworkers and polluted with bribes, high-priced bonuses for speedy adoption of terminated parents, and judges who don't practice law with the Constitution in their sights. This is a problem. George Washington never thought of children as pawn in the game of freedom and American values, and never had he wanted to sell them. They were from his maker, his creator. Our children are being run down for no other reason than the profits being made in some way. Somehow these government agencies make money hand over fist day in and day out. They have you go to classes that they are billing for, and there is no viable reason for you to attend. Yet when you hear an update, CPS tells you that you're further away from when you started. Reunification is your goal, not theirs. And after you go through 12+ months of grueling, painstaking classes and meetings, all while getting the slimmest amount of time to visit your child, And even worst, you are always supervised. Never alone again with your child, it's awful. How do they feel, do you think?
Where's the outrage? Why is nobody standing up for these families being torn apart by CPS?
Please don't tell me you're going to put all your bets on this superhero. You grown-ups are supposed to be coming to his rescue. Stop ignoring this problem. There is nothing more I can say to any of you. Please fight CPS and help those who have lost so much they can help themselves.
In the United States, CPS makes upwards of $3 billion per day on trafficking and selling our children. The corruption may start with the caseworker, but goes through the judicial system, passing the governor through the Senate and into the White House. The entire system has a hand in the business known as CPS.
Our children are stolen every minute of a 24-hour day. They are being robbed of their innocence, their trust, their happiness. As parents, we are isolated and betrayed by a government we trust. States are balancing budgets on kids' lives. Only 12% of the kids taken will be reunified. Title IV funding is being riveted with fraud.
We need to stop CPS and abolish CPS.com is leading the way. Join us.
All right, everybody, welcome to CPS Victims Hunting Justice. This is Thursday night. I am your host, the CPS Punisher, and we are live. Don't forget that we have a chat right here, which all of you have already engaged in. We like that. Make sure you like. Make sure you do all the stuff that you're supposed to do. Like, share, tell a friend, smash the button, whatever you got to do to make things work. Please do in that manner. Also, we are on Twitch and Facebook. Hey, check out our Facebook groups, too, guys. I don't know if anybody's doing that or not. You notice, but we have the Social Injustices page. Let me see here and pull that up so you guys know what that looks like real quick. Well, we'll get to that in a second. So tonight, I want to talk about, before we get into things, I got a phone call today from... I guess we'll call him a client or from someone. And what they were talking about was they had possibly, I guess they had overslept this past week going to school. When their kid has obviously got to go to school. And the bus driver had shown up and came to the door and knocked on the door. But the son was outside playing around in the yard and everything. And he had his service dog with him because the boy is autistic. And the school bus driver went on. Eventually, obviously, the mother woke up and so on, and the bus driver took the kid away. Well, CPS was called about this. And in my opinion, first of all, life happens. And secondly, the kid was outside with his service dog. Oh, and did I mention the boy is 10 years old and he was in his own yard, jumping around on things that he always plays with. So I know Herbert always asks me these questions, but I'm going to ask all of you this question. Should CPS have been called about this? Or is this something that was more like, you know what, let's give these parents a chance to talk to us and see what happens. I know what my opinion is. And like I said, I feel like this was, you know what, the boy's outside, he's dressed, he's cleaned up, he's ready to go. He's got a service dog with him. He's got everything that he needs to look the part. He's 10 years old. Why are you going to call CPS on these people? Furthermore, so CPS calls and they tell the lady, they say, hey, everything's fine. They actually show up at the house. She made sure that they stayed out of the house. They listened. She listened to that about what we talk about and everything. So that's cool. But they said that what they wanted was the video of the bus driver knocking on the front door to prove. That's all they want. Everything seems fine, but they want to have the video of the bus driver knocking on the front door. I have a couple of problems with this, and that's going to be my question to all of you. Where do you guys see the problem is in this, and how would you react to this situation? Um, I'll tell you in a little while what my problem is, so stay tuned for that. All right, let's bring out Vinny here. Vinny's got some news to break with us here, so let's get Vinny out here. He's frothing, and Ashley's got some things to talk about. Josie's in the house with us, so hey, we got a full house, guys. So let's bring it out. Let's bring them all out. Let's have everybody out. We got a melee. Let's talk about what I just said. Everybody's in the house. What's up, guys?
Hey,
Hello.
Darren.
All right, big hello together. That's great. I love it. I love it. Thank you all for coming. What did you guys think of that situation that I just said to you?
It
That's a
was
screwed up situation.
it was what do I want to say? There's something wrong with that story.
Okay, Ashley, where'd you go?
You
Go ahead, Herbert.
I'm still here. Sorry.
said mom brings child outside to wait for the school bus. Is that correct?
Nope, nope. I never said anything about mom bringing the kid outside. I said the child was outside waiting for the school bus. Mom, you
Oh, the
just gets the
child
kid
was
ready.
outside. Okay, so the child was outside, 10 years old, waiting for a
Okay,
school bus.
with a
I
service dog.
assume.
Correct.
Okay, well, service dog or not, this is 10-year-old waiting for a school bus. Is this school bus stop right there in front of the house?
Yep,
What's
sure
wrong
is.
with that?
Exactly. That's
That's
it.
why
That is
there's
what
more
it
to
is.
the story. There's got to be
Yeah.
more to the story. School buses pick up children from in front of their house every day.
Well, maybe it's because the kid's autistic. Maybe mom waves out the window. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that one.
Well,
Um,
then we can't go into it because it's normal for child to be outside waiting for school bus.
right. So there's my point there. First of all, and
There's
even if she
nothing on the
wasn't,
radar.
oh, okay.
She could
Wait a
be.
minute. There's a discrepancy. He was. I guess he was playing on the camper that they have outside. Which still, that's nothing to me. I looked at my notes a second ago. I just saw that
Yeah,
he was playing on the
I
camper.
know the story.
So,
Yep, I know the story. Yep.
so
Let me hear the story. Let me hear Vinny's story part of it. Vinny, tell me the story.
Um, the person that told me it, I can tell you right now, this person is a dead honest to truthful lady. Um, she'll tell you how it is. She ain't
Hey,
gonna bullshit you.
Vinny, tell me the
Um,
story, Vinny. Tell me the story.
it's basically the same as Darren was telling it.
Let me hear it from
And
you.
no, this person is not her. Did not put her on the radar. Why should it have put her on the radar if they're following by what the school allows? Because he does have a service protection animal, and that dog is trained to protect him.
well,
What does the
tell your
dog
version of
got
it.
to do with it?
Tell your version, Vinny. Tell your version of the story to Herbert.
Is it, I see it from my
No, no, no.
perspective.
Tell the story as you know it. Tell I know you know the story also. So why don't you share how you and what they said to you and how you would come across and tell the story.
Well, they told me, the same kind of story. The son was out on the camper playing, waiting for the school bus. Mind you, most campers from back over years ago, have ladders to get up on top of the roof. There's nothing you can do to
Yeah.
change that, for one. You can't do anything to stop someone to go up that ladder. Okay, that's a big, you know, it it it, it it's not a parent's fault. Yeah, they could look at it as, oh, it's your property. No, it doesn't matter. Okay. The fact of the matter is there's a ladder that you can't prevent anyone from getting on at any time.
Oh,
Okay.
the
So
boys
there's
can.
factor there's factor one, okay. Um the other factor is the mother um has been doing very much a hell of a lot of stuff, and it is over exhausted. And I feel for her because you know what? I was the same way. This entire case has exhausted me. So I feel for her. So there is no reason for her to even have anyone come out and knock on her damn door. There's just not.
See, I understand where
And
Herbert's
it
going with
should
this, so
not have
I'm
happened.
looking. I don't know what the discrepancy is like. So what I don't know is what's the standard routine of the mother. If she's supposed to be out there with him every day. Is
You do
she?
not. As long as they're 10 years old and they have a service animal protecting them, they're yeah, no.
Ashley, what do you think about this?
I don't understand anything. All I understand is like there's a 10-year-old boy waiting for a bus. There's a
Yeah.
camper. Now, Vinny introduces a ladder. I didn't know if the boy went up the ladder, came down the ladder. I hear there's a dog, and then I hear CPS comes. That's all I hear.
Yeah. Well, that's. I think the only thing that we're missing is if the
But what happened? That's what I'm trying to find out. You guys are not
nothing
telling.
happened.
I thought I was
This is my
taking a
point.
report.
This is
Yeah,
the point. Is next thing you
yeah.
know, the mother thought that the school had called CPS, but in turn it turned out to be the school bus driver. I guess I believe. Am I right there, Vinny?
Yeah.
Is the school bus driver a mandated reporter?
Ooh, good
That's
question.
what we need to know. Because if he's not
And
a
is the
mandated
same
reporter,
school bus
that,
driver every
that
day?
right there violates her rights.
Yeah. And was the school bus driver the same
I'm
school bus
going to
driver?
assume. I'm going to assume that the school bus driver is a mandated reporter. Yes, I'm going to assume that because he's taking care of the kid.
Okay, so the social worker. Let's just go along with this here. So the social worker says, she talks.
Yeah.
The lady
The
talks to
bus
the school.
drivers are paradid.
They're what?
They're PARADID.
I have no idea what the
They're
hell
just
that
bus drivers, period.
is. Okay, so they ask her for her home security footage for the bus driver knocking on the door. I'm not sure why or what that was for. I can tell you what my opinion is, but here's my next step. So first of all, she doesn't let the caseworker. The caseworker comes after all this. All right, let's go. Caseworker comes. She wants to do a visit. Someone called. Okay. So now she comes to the door. Lady doesn't let the caseworker in. Good move there, right? No warrant. We don't let her in. Lady says that there's no problem, but she'd like to have the footage of the bus driver coming to the front door and knocking on the front door with nobody answering.
Ask her, give me a warrant for that footage because she's probably going to reach or far reach to see what else the child was doing prior to the bus driver being there or how long the child was out there. That's going to be the social worker's directive for sure.
Love it.
Then my
Ashley.
next question is, was it maybe it was set up that the bus driver is supposed to go to the door to get the child?
Okay, good question there. So we're still on
Okay.
that one.
The next thing I want to know is where can I find the story so I can read it?
Oh, you can get told the story.
Yeah, where can I get a hold of the story?
I'll tell you after the show where you can get the story.
Okay, very good.
But you'll just have to bear with us now. But what if I were to tell you that I think that they did it so that they could prove that the mother was incapacitated at the time the boy was outside, and that would be the excuse that the
Ding,
caseworker
ding, ding,
used
ding,
to
ding,
get
ding,
that mother.
ding.
Right.
Ding, 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 ding,
But
ding.
who would have reported? First of all, the whole thing. Who would have reported? Would reported a neighbor or the bus driver?
They found out the bus driver is the one that contacted them.
Okay, so then maybe the bus driver reported that the mother was intoxicated or had a conjure. That's the alcohol that comes off the breath.
Or she didn't ever see him. I'm just incapacitated, meaning like she wasn't available to be around for her son at that moment. That's what my thoughts. That's what exactly. It's my point there. Is
Then the question is, was she supposed to be around? Is she supposed to be around? You could be sitting in your house looking out the window and looking at your kid standing by the bus stop.
Right, but why would a caseworker need to see a video?
But why is the caseworker even contacted?
because the bus
Facts,
driver
right there.
said that
That
they
is
were
it.
outside.
That is
Right.
it. That draws the line right there. The
Yep.
caseworker should never have been contacted. That is
Correct.
a
Agreed.
violation of parental rights, which,
No, it's not a
as
violation of
Ashley,
parental right because a neighbor could call a caseworker or call CPS, Vinny. Anybody could call
you
CPS.
let me
Vinny,
no, I want to argue with that because I'm gonna say what Ashley had sent me, and you know what? I got an answer today on that one, and it was a very good answer. So that told me right there that the Hoxel and Druddle case, Ashley, the Family Supreme Court one that you sent me. This one states that a parent has the constitutional God-given right to raise their kids as they see fit without interference of government. States it right in the Constitution. Supreme law.
But that being said, they were notified.
and
They came.
this anybody can notify them. They have the right to notify them because if they falsely notify the CPS about something that's not really happening, they will be charged with a misdemeanor.
Josie, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening.
Okay. Do you want to chime in, or you want to just sit back and listen a little bit more?
Well, so far I'm just listening. I'm just seeing what the story is. I don't know what it is either, so I'm just listening.
Okay.
I'll chime in.
Josie, let me ask you a question.
What?
What do you so far? What do you understand about the story? What do you understand?
I understand that anyone, like I wrote, anyone can call CPS. And
Yes.
like right now, I understand that something was weird with the child. That was probably not his typical. So someone called in. Was it the bus driver? Did the bus driver tell the person at school something? Like, obviously.
So the bus driver must have told. I don't think the bus driver called CPS. So I think the bus driver probably told the school something.
Yeah, exactly. Like when they come back to school, the bus driver parks them, and then the lady who's like checking the kids at the playground, he might have said, "Hey, this child, blah blah." He
Okay.
might
Well,
have
I'll
said
tell you
something,
guys
and then
this.
they said, "Well, that's not normal," and then they called
Okay.
to do a
So the
wellness
school
check,
did not.
right?
The school did not report it. It was the bus
Okay.
driver.
Okay. So the bus driver reported it to CPS.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. He could do that.
Yep.
He doesn't have to be mandatory. He could do that.
Okay.
And if what he reported was incorrect or fabricated, he could be charged with a misdemeanor.
No, he'll never be charged for saying a false.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we're
and in the United States, yes, if it's false, he could be charged.
So
where this person lives, they just looked it up. It states that last year's bus drivers in blank town are mandatory R.
So the bus drivers are mandatory reporters. Okay.
Okay, so
That's
you
why
answered
they
your
put
own
the R
question,
next to
Vinny. You answered your own question. You were saying no, and turns out they are. But here's the question: what the hell is he reporting?
Right. That's the straight fact right there. What is
Well,
he
do you guys
reporting on?
remember? Do you guys remember the last like right before the end of summer, like the end of school year before summer last year, I told you guys that especially in Quebec, there's this new law like on how to do all the complaints in school and that they centralized everything right now. And it sucks that you guys don't know French because even in the thing of parliament, they're slowly telling, hey, hold on. They're slowly telling parents what's going on, that children are going to be taken care of, blah blah. So they're already trying to install us and tell us that there's a new complaint method going in because students' rights aren't being validated. Okay, we all know this, right?
Yep.
So like I said, if this is happening in Quebec, it's more than likely happening everywhere, because all of CPS works pretty much the same way, right? So
Correct.
so there's probably a new complaint funnel going on in the United States, and now the bus drivers, the teachers, the daycares, the this, the that, they all have to file if they find something. And this is going to be easier to start taking all the children. It's just an easier way. But
Yep.
like in Quebec, like this week, there's a little boy, 3 months, that is dead. Their parents are being charged with murder, and CPS was in their life. And there's a little boy that's 5 years old that the mother unalived the baby, and there's reports
Oh, good
saying
catch, Josie. Thank you.
there's reports saying that the the how can I say it? They said that the percentage that a mother would do this to her child is very rare. So now we're having like all these psychiatrists and everything on TV saying, "Oh, well, this doesn't really happen a lot," but they knew that this mother had suicidal thoughts, right? So
Right.
obviously she killed her baby. But we all know now
Unalive.
that if the police have been in this person's house before, they have to call CPS. So again, these two cases is proof that CPS were called into these two houses and they didn't do anything, right?
Right.
So now it's going to be a shit show, because everybody needs to make complaints, and then they're going to say that
Right.
they don't have time, and then yeah,
So they're
I don't
pretty
know.
much putting out feelers to all of these different organizations. Anybody that sees that child now is going to be a mandated reporter.
Yeah.
So we'll call it the complaint funnel. So we need to have a place for this complaint funnel to go down to, which
All
ultimately
right.
is CPS.
Based on what Josie said, it leads me to another question, and Vinny, and that is maybe this parent was told to do or not do something with the child with the bus stop thing, and the parent failed to do it. And the parent, since they failed to do it, the bus driver called CPS because the
Yeah.
parent didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
So, in other words, this is like the second or third time this has happened.
I know for a
Maybe.
fact that this has never happened. This is the first time. I will tell you that.
Okay, so let's go there. It's the first time something happened, but we still don't know what happened.
That was it.
Guys, don't know. I don't know what happened.
Okay. That was
There's a
so.
camper, there's a ladder, there's a dog, there's a child,
Yep.
and then
Out in
here
front of
comes
their house,
CPS.
waiting for their bus.
That's right. It's like a puzzle. There's a camper, there's a ladder on the camper, there's a child that's, say, autistic, the child has a dog, and then there's a bus driver.
Correct.
And then there's a mom the CPS is called on. That's what you guys are giving me. I have nothing.
That's what
I'm
we
not
got.
hearing
So
no
we have a
story.
mom. We have a mom that we know. Okay, so we know that she overslept. That's what we know.
Oh, we didn't throw that in before.
Yeah, I said that at the beginning that the mom had overslept. That's what Vinny was talking about, the mom being exhausted. So she was not visibly available at that point. But what we don't know is if that's normal for the bus driver to see them or not. So that is a question that because what led
Yeah,
this
like Herbert said, like maybe they were aware that the mother needs to be with her child waiting for the bus stop, and this has been an ongoing thing that they didn't call CPS, but this is like the 5th morning that she's not shown up, and then they're just worried.
What just happened?
My camera fell off the thing, and then it just limp camera. All right, sorry, Jose. Go ahead. I have a limp camera.
I think she got disconnected.
No, I'm here. So yeah, I was just saying that maybe Herbert is right. Maybe like this mother was supposed to be with her son every morning, and then this is like the 5th time of the week she's not there, and then they just called because there's like something's weird, something's not normal.
What if I take this? Now I'm going to take this a little step further. We'll go forward past this. What if I told you?
No. Hold on there.
It's about me.
Herbert.
Yes.
You should have
I
just
saw
got a
something
text
that
message.
flashed. It flashed in front of me. Something about the story is mine. It's about me, but I don't know who said that.
So listen. So here's the thing. What if I told you this now? What if I told you that the mom was thinking about sending that caseworker a video, the video of the caseworker coming to the house, right? What if the mom found on that video that the bus driver has both of his hands down his pants in front of that kid at the bus stop while he's waiting for the mom? Now what do we do?
The bus driver has his hands in his pants as he approaches the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is mine. Okay.
Don't worry about the message. Don't even worry about that message.
Okay. I see. Okay. So I know who to touch bases with later on. But anyway, then the parents should be contacting the school about the bus driver.
Well, let's not go. Don't go away from this part. So, because there's a point to what I'm getting at here. Josie, what's that make you think?
Say again?
What does that make you think?
Like, it happened the same day?
Happened right at that moment.
And she has video of this?
While the bus driver is standing outside with the mother not available, the bus driver has both of his hands down his pants.
Yeah, but how? Who saw
Not
this?
in his pockets. Not in his pockets. Like in his waistband, down towards his groin.
Yeah, but who saw this? The mother?
It's on the videotape.
She did a video on this?
Josie.
Yes, she has a home security system.
Yes.
And then that security system, remember I told you that the caseworker wanted the video of the guy coming to the door? In that video was the guy with his hands down his pants.
Oof. That's weird.
So my
Josie,
point is
you kind of know the person.
This is a perfect example of why mandated reporting doesn't work. Because 10 times is this. That guy heard her say, I want to see a copy of that, or something along the lines. She found out that he had a video. So this guy had to make a report. So instead of him getting in trouble for having his hands down his pants, again, saw it in a video, he changes it to she's irresponsible for not the kid. And on top of that, the caseworker is playing a little game here because she just wants to see that the mother is not available for the child to use that against her. So there's all kinds of little tiny games being played in this thing when in reality, there isn't a damn thing wrong.
Yeah, but you know what I would say? Same thing you told me. Whoever gets to the court first.
That's right. And I think that's the advice to go with.
Yeah.
I think that's the way we leave advice for this show is whoever gets to the court first. So I just wanted to bring that up.
On the note of court,
but I just wanted to see what you guys thought. Ashley?
Yeah.
Yes,
No, it was screwed up when she told me.
Vinny,
I had no.
Ashley, go for it.
Like,
I
shook my head. I was shaking my head the entire
Hold
time.
on,
and I'm
Vinny.
like, no.
Hold
No.
on, Vinny. All right, Ashley, go ahead.
I was just saying that I'm here. I don't think bus drivers should be recording anything by any means, even if they're mandated reporters. I think that's just really weird and wrong. Mother should have been probably outside with the child, but we're all human. We all sleep in every now and then. It's a mistake. The kid's 10 years old. He's in the yard. I don't think CPS should have been called at all. Maybe the school bring it up to the mom and have a meeting with each other, or bring the mom in for a parent-teacher meeting. That would be a more appropriate route to go. But CPS, that's just crazy.
All right. Okay. All right, Vinny. Now you can go, Vinny.
Okay. So, speaking on court, I received a email today.
Oh, Vinny, about the story first.
Hold
on, Vinny. Let's clear this one up first. What's your last thoughts on the story?
All right. You know, the whole time I heard about it and was listening to it, and then you know, she just told me about it. I was shaking my head because it was a big no to me. Um, you know, and to find out what the bus driver was doing and why he was there, that's freaking disgusting. That dude should be in handcuffs,
Right.
and he
But this
should
is my
have his
point.
license fully revoked.
Yep. This is my point, though. Like, this mandated reporting thing is getting out of control because now you have all of these. You have a terrible situation on one side, you have a bad situation on the other, you have all of this, and none of this is about the kid at all. None of this is about the kid,
Nope.
but everybody's calling in and making it an issue when it's everybody else is guilty, but not the parent.
It's not about the kids. It's about this.
It's not about the kid
They
or the
need
parent,
this.
right? It's about the actions of all these others. Yep. Any of you guys out there have any different thoughts with this when you're rewatching it? Put it in the comments so we can check that out. And that's it. But I think mandated reporting needs to be chilled out. But that all being said, Vinny, on to you, buddy. What's the letter you got?
So I got an email from my attorney today in my criminal case. Apparently I'm going into the courthouse next Thursday at 1 p.m. from my bail amendment hearing. And even though the DA is still arguing, I took it upon myself today and got it in the mail. I just served Mr. Diaz under color of law and wrote the constitutions that he is violating in there. And I put in there also violating my parental right because he keeps trying to deny me to have my bail changed. And that is not okay.
Yeah, how can he do that? Because that's your constitutional right. Your right to a bail hearing is your right to free and reasonable. Your right to reasonable and whatever bail is constitutional.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got that. So I go next Thursday at 1:00. So everyone pray for me, because it states on the motion that it will allow me to go out shopping and everything else. You know, so I can at least get out and stretch my legs if I want to. Like I can walk anywhere around my town. So that kind of helps me out a lot. But not only that, I talked to my CPS attorney today. Finally, he's been in court for the past like 3 days nonstop. And he told me that because I sent him what Ashley had sent me, and I rewrote it a little bit, and the AI was playing with it, and I sent it to him as to see, and he answered back today on the phone with me, and he's like, you know, I'm gonna have a conversation. We were on the phone for an hour and a half talking about it. And he goes, the Hansel and Gretel case. He goes, I know that from case law when I was studying. Hansel, yeah, whatever. But yeah, he knows about it, and he knows about the other part, and he goes, this is really good information. He goes, this is what they're not going by. They're making up their own rules, and that is not the truth. So he now sees. So Ashley, I want to give you a big thank you and pat on the shoulder. You know, girl, you definitely got something there. So keep on that.
And I just sent you a document. I messaged it to you through your text messages.
Okay.
It's a document for a violation under the color of law. It's an official document that you can file and sign and send to everybody in your case to let them know that they are in violation of this under the color of law, and you are aware of it, and you're putting them on notice.
You know, it's funny you say that. You know why? Look at this. You know what that is?
Same document.
Yeah. And look, it's got the official notary seal on it.
Perfect. I think that's almost the same exact document I just texted you.
Yeah, it is. I just served the DA in my case under color of law, and I served all the department, which is why they won't reunify with me.
Perfect.
Very good. Very good stuff, Vinny. And don't forget, guys, Vinny's show's on Saturday. What time,
Yeah,
Vinny?
man.
Vinny, what
9
time is your
o'clock.
show? 9 o'clock this week? All right. 9 o'clock,
It's always
Vinny.
always 9 o'clock.
All right. Saturday. All right.
9 to
And then
10,
Vinny,
guys.
you
9
guys
to 10. It's an hour long.
get inside of Vinny and Vinny's head to do some CPS talk with Vinny.
Yeah,
So
I'm
don't
kind of
forget about
ecstatic.
that. Put it on the calendar.
I'm kind
No,
of
that's really
ecstatic
good,
by all
man.
that.
And then what's the case, Ashley, that Vinny keeps calling Hansel and Gretel? What's he quoting? The Troxville and the Indian.
The Greenville one too. There's quite a few of them that I've sent to him, so I've been learning a lot of case law lately, and
That's
that will
good.
help us
You never
all.
have that
Yeah,
stuff.
that would be my specialty is case law because I can read all day long and do all that all day long.
Jesus,
So.
maybe you and Darren need to team up and bounce that crap across each other.
Oh, we have.
Vinny, we got secrets, buddy.
We talk almost daily.
I know.
We got secrets. All right. Josie, you got an update for us?
Yeah, what's going on with
she's not here.
Oh, I was gonna say what's
Just
going
left?
on with the kid that she pretty much saved from CPS custody.
Josie left us?
I think something happened.
Wow. All right, Ash, what do you got for updates? Anything?
No, today was actually a day off for me. I slept all day long. It was nice.
Well, your kid didn't miss the bus, right?
Yeah, I would have definitely missed that school bus for sure.
I mean, at least you slept, Ash. That's a start.
I didn't wake up till 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, Miss Clearwater's in the house tonight. Miss Clearwater in the house.
What's up, Miss Clearwater?
Yeah, holy.
How's Durham? We
Hey,
had
Debbie.
a couple days.
So
Thank you,
Debbie,
Miss Clearwater. Thank you.
what is the let's see here. My daughter had an incident with, let me pop this up on the screen here.
Yeah, Debbie. If you can, I would get kind of with Ashley, and talk with her about it because she's got some stuff between her and Darren that would probably help you a lot.
First of all, Debbie,
And
did you go
Carrie
to
as
the
well.
NDA yet?
I don't know how to post my information on the chat because I can't do it live. But Darren, you know my phone number. Vinny, you know my phone number. You guys can post it up there. I've got no issues with someone calling me and asking any questions at all. I'm more than happy to enlighten them with the information I know.
Yeah. You're working on something amazing right there, Ash. I was mind blown by reading it and then his answer on it. That told me right there. But I was told that I was.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say that I discussed it with Darren before the show. So my attorney said that anyone in Maine that is seeking a CPS attorney or even a criminal attorney to represent them, or to even have a consultation with him, I can let you know his name. His name is Richard Chipman from Chipman Law, out of Bath Brunswick, Maine.
How do you spell that?
And
Vinny?
Yep.
How do you spell it?
How do you spell? Hold on. R-I.
I know how to spell Richard. How do you spell his last name?
Oh, CHIPMAN.
All right, cool. What's his number?
His office number is 207 389 6295.
Beautiful. I'm gonna put it up here on the screen. How's that? We'll put that up because you know what? It's hard to get good lawyers, man, that are willing to fight for you in these CPS battles. It really is, man. And if you find one, he's like a gem, you know.
Yeah.
It seems to me like you found one, Vinny.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's really
He
cool.
sent out an email tonight, and if none of you mind, I'll read you a little bit of what he said.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
This went out to everyone involved. So it went out to Aaron Koff, which is the Assistant Attorney General, Libby McCullen, which is the Guardian ad litem, and Roxanne Swagger, which is the supervisor at CPS. It states, it is my understanding that the department would be investigating Mr. Torrey's sister as a placement for Arasta. The Jeopardy order reads, Mr. Torrey's sister, Luann Bryce, is Arasta's paternal aunt and would be willing to accept placement once she is vetted by the department. I spoke with Ms. Bryce this evening and she informed me that the department has yet to reach out to her. Her contact information is as follows. And he put it in there. And he also put that she does not accept calls that she does not know that they need to leave a voicemail. Because she gets spam calls. And then it goes on to say, I believe kingship placement is preferable to foster placement with strangers as if the kingship placement is appropriate. Can you please let me know what efforts the department has made to investigate?
That's freaking awesome,
So,
Vinny.
That's a damn good attorney right there.
Yep. Yes, sir. It sure is. It's awesome. Here's the thing, guys, is you got to make sure, and Vincent Davis was the king of this one. He always said one of the first things in his books and one of the first things that you do is that when you make a list of 25 people, they could be anywhere in the freaking world. When you're making a list for these people for the kinship stuff and all that, you don't need to do it for a place in your state. You can do, these people can be anywhere in the world, but he said you need to make a list of 25 people because by rights, they're supposed to go down each one of those lists and contact each one of those persons on that list to give your kid a viable, removal. So as long as you have that list and you give it to them, they have to go through every one of those names and vet every one of those names. They can even be in a different country. It doesn't matter. As long as they have those lists of names, boom, 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 they are stuck till the cows come home, verifying that entire list. Don't do it any less than 25. It can be more than 25, but no less than it. And that's a great thing to live and abide by. Just a little piece of knowledge there.
Yeah. And like I said, Darren, earlier, I'm gonna email him tomorrow before I go to work and ask him if there's, if he'll come on the show. Don't have to show his face, but if he'll come on the show on a different name and kind of.
Well, you've already said who he was. So.
Yep. So I'm hoping maybe I can get him on the show so you guys can ask him some questions, maybe.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
There's a Miss American Pie that posted something about if her children were beat, or if you were beat up by the state of police or the police of Maine. Could your lawyer help her at all?
I don't know. He does protection. He does criminal law, and he does CPS. So I mean, it kind of, you would have to get a hold of him and talk to him, I guess.
Right, he's on a case by case type.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
he's a very busy man. To be in court for 3 days straight, yeah, he's a very busy man.
So in other words, Miss American Pie, you should probably reach out to his lawyer and have a consultation.
Hello, have a call. Hey, Debbie, I haven't seen the history of your question yet. Have you contacted the ADA yet? Debbie's the one I talked to. Yeah, it was Debbie, right? Yeah. It was Debbie that I wanted the ADA involved with.
Yeah. Darren, I did find out a tad bit of information that you can jot down.
Okay.
I did find out that the ombudsmans in Maine
Yeah. Yeah.
is only
Ombudsman.
ran by, yeah, is only ran by 3 people right now, which is why they're not
Well, that's
doing
more.
their job.
That's more than what it was me. What's it? Amy was the only one that was there when I was there. That was it. It was just her.
Yeah, there's only 3 now, and it's just the supervisor and 2 other people. That is
What
it.
the hell do you need a supervisor for?
I don't know. He said they've been throwing cases all over that are great cases, and they're just not looking into it.
Funny you bring up the ombudsman, because I had written the one in my state many, many months ago, and I actually heard back from them yesterday. And the letter that I had written, I had discussed about the wrongful termination, the wrongful removal of my child, that no policies and procedures weren't followed, everything was violated, my rights, everything. And I know, of course, they can't overturn anything that the judge has ordered or anything of that nature, but they can do an investigation into the actual case as long as it had something to do with fraud. So, of course, I brought up the Title E funding, or Title IV E funding, and to my surprise, they're actually going to investigate it somewhat.
Oh, good for you, Ash.
I'm not sure to what extent, because I had explained to her that I know that she can't do any of the things that I'm looking for to have done, which is to have the thing overturned and find remedy and, get money back from my pain and
But
suffering.
you still need one foot in front of the other. Like
Yep,
you still
but-
need one foot to get to the next.
But like they say, you have to use and exhaust all remedies in the state before you can actually go to the Supreme Court. So honestly, I was just waiting for her to give me a letter. I told her, I was like, I just really need a letter that says I contacted you and you guys can't do anything about it, so I can have that in my records for when I go to the Supreme Court to file my actual case, because I need to have all of those remedies exhausted before I can go there. So to my surprise, she said, oh, well, I can send you a letter of that as well. But
I've already been there, done that.
Yeah, she said she's going to do her investigation. I'll hear back from her within 10 days if they need more information. And then she also said that she'll give me some resources for pro bono civil rights lawyers and some other avenues that I could try. So that was actually surprised to hear from her, but I was stoked on that.
That's freaking good news right there.
That's incredible. That's awesome.
I'm also trying to get on this committee board to get into the door to address CPS, so child welfare policies and procedures. In my state, they're having an open door committee to the public, so the public can come into their board meeting and actually have their voices heard. So I'm trying to put my policies and procedures and everything that I've drafted, my proposal for the bill for the Senate, trying to get it all put together before that date comes, so I can walk in there and actually look like.
What is that date, Ash?
October 17th.
October 17th. And what exactly is that? That's the date that you're going to go in front of the legislatures or whatever?
No. It's just for the committee board that oversees the Child Welfare Agency in California.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So I'm trying to get on the committee.
So it's the Government Oversight Committee?
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's a step in the kind of the right direction. I don't know anything about the board of committees. I don't even know how politics and all that crap work. I just know what's going on, and what they're doing is completely unconstitutional and against everything that a human in America, anybody would actually go for. So I know that needs to be redressed, and people need to bring awareness. I don't know if they know about it, but they're going to know about it in a month.
That's awesome. So we got that. On the 17th. Cool.
So Darren, I wanted to let you know that that one app there, the Newsbreak app.
Yeah.
Well, we're now shared out on it.
What do you mean?
Because when I shared it out on Facebook, I hashtagged it with Newsbreak app.
So what does that mean? Speak to me like I'm a child.
Okay. So when you hashtag something out, it shares it out to them groups.
Okay.
So I shared it out to quite a few of them, even some of the Stop CPS pages. So
So when you put a hashtag on Facebook for like hashtag newsbreak, but your post is actually goes straight to newsbreak so they can view it as well because you put their hashtag in, so they'll read that story. Oh, that's
Yep.
interesting news. I didn't know that. I'll be putting hashtag NBC News on and all the news stations.
That's why they tell you when you're on TikTok. That's why they tell you on TikTok to do hashtag and do the little viral thing, because when you do that, it goes viral. Like, it goes everywhere.
Interesting. I did not know that. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I need to go back and edit all my posts and put hashtags in now.
You're right. Yep.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I'm teaching you guys something new from the Computer Geek. You're welcome.
All right. What do we got? Who else we got? Did Josie come back? No.
I haven't seen him.
No Herbert. No Josie. Well, maybe they went off to have their own conversation.
So that other night when I sent that void app, the writ of error and the petition for void ab initio from the AI thing.
Yeah.
Right after I sent that to you and I was reading through it all and I was playing with the AI, I had just randomly taken a moment to clear my own head, and I was watching some Facebook feeds of people, and there's a lady on Facebook. Her name's Connie. She's a lawyer, and she's not real into the whole CPS family thing, but she knows of a family that got her 2 kids taken away from her for no reason at all, and she helped get those children back. It took a year and a half, but she did get those children back for her. And this was right after I was doing the void ab initio thing, and the mother's name was Ashley that she helped, and the daughter's name was Mackenzie. Now that's my name and my daughter's name that's in CPS custody right now. And that was just like I guess God's way of speaking to me, of telling me I'm on the right path, you're on the right track, keep going where you're going. It was just kind of like a breath of fresh air and like relief that I'm actually learning something that I'm doing correctly.
That's good. That's great to feel that way.
You just had to put knowledge to mind to knowledge. That's all you had to do.
You had to get it in the universe so you could get it back.
I had to put mind to keyboard knowledge to the AI, really.
I don't know. I think honestly, if you want my opinion, Ash, I think the ocean is kind of you. That's your calming.
Ashley, you are the ocean.
I don't know about all that. That's a pretty big shoes to fill.
Pretty deep right there, Vinny. Ashley is one with the ocean.
Well, I mean, no, her vibe is when she's out on the water or by the water, her vibe will change. Okay, I know how it is. Trust me, because when I go sit on the rock, by the ocean.
What do you mean, like when it's calm?
I feel. Yeah,
but like when it's wavy out, or like when it's calm.
Neutral. When it's, it doesn't matter. Oh. I love to hear the waves crash into the rocks.
It's called earth grounding. We're not supposed to wear shoes on our feet. We're supposed to be grounded to the earth, and that's how we get our bad juju or bad energy out of us and soak in the natural. They make us walk around in shoes and all that shit. And that's another reason that they took linen away, because polyester and things like that don't give out good energy. It's linens that do, cotton and things like that. So when you don't have cotton sheets,
feel good?
You will really sleep really crappy. And if you put it in cotton sheets, for some reason you sleep really good. You should also have a copper ring around your floor, around your bed, or copper rings around you. They're called tension rings. All of that stuff is things that we should be soaking in, and how our ancestors and things did it. We were just all taught not to do that and things of that nature. Also, the lead paint thing, how they took lead out of paint back in the 70s and 80s because kids were eating chips of paint. What child have you ever seen eat a chip of paint in our entire life? Never.
Right.
The reason they took that lead
crayons.
out, crayons, that's different. The reason they took the lead out of the paint is because
the glue paint.
Yeah. The reason they took the lead out of the paint was
because
the lead in the paint actually blocked the radiation and the Wi-Fi frequencies, all of that, it blocked it through that lead paint. And of course, if you don't have that lead paint on your walls, they can beam whatever energy into your house and you don't even know it. That's why they took lead paint off the market. It's crazy.
Well, that and because they were using it to contain electricity back in the days when they didn't have electricity, supposedly.
Correct.
Right. Yeah, some interesting stuff. You guys should check that out. There's some real interesting stuff going around right now. With all of that, that we've been lied to about our whole, existence, really. Pretty neat stuff out there. But in all of it, there's CPS. You know what I mean? CPS always seems to somehow rear its head in all of this stuff that that we talk about. It doesn't matter where we've gone in our time, our past times. CPS is there. It's like a thorn. Oh, here we go. Ashby. There you are.
Yeah, I should take more advantage of the location I'm at because I hear the ocean every night when I go to sleep. I hear it when I wake up, and I'm there at it all day long.
Is that it?
Yep.
Now, whenever I see that, I'm going to think, well, there's Ashley. All right. So, where are we at here? We're at just about that. What about anybody else out there got anything else to say to us tonight before we bow out of this? I don't know what happened to Herbert or Josie, but hopefully they're both okay. I don't think they were together, so we don't have to worry about that. Debbie, if they haven't gotten back to you yet, you need to get back to them. Keep pushing them. The ADA will help you, believe me. Now, I don't know if you've called them or not, but keep calling them. Call them every day. Call them twice a day. Email them. They will come to your help. You just need to get it from them. Oh God, did I lose a cat? All right, we got all these kittens in here. Make sure I don't lose any of those. Let's see what else we got. Found a TikTok. Oh, hey, what happened to? There we go, Ash. Thank you, brain cramp. Ashley, what happened to the girl? What?
Sarah, I was not able to speak with her today because unfortunately I slept all day, but we'd have a time for us to talk tomorrow over the phone, and she's going to email me everything tonight as for evidence that she has paperwork wise and legal paperwork that has been filed on her behalf and things that were against her. So I'll get some more information on that, and I should hopefully have something going on for that by tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Just so you guys can see, I don't know if you can really see it well, but it says underneath the hashtag, like I have Fight CPS Corruption, Newsbreak app, the Fight Attorney General Corruption, Stop Government Corruption, and Family Court Corruption. All these groups are not more than 1,000 posts are in these groups. There's one that said the defund CPS one is 5,000 plus. So everywhere that I post, it's going out to lots of people.
Sweet. That means that all of you out there should be able to do the same things.
You are, yes, and you can also hashtag it to TikTok as well.
Hashtag like AMF. Very good. Very nice, Vinny. Very, very good. All right. Well, this has been fun. And hopefully it's been educational to all of you, because that's all this is for educational purposes only. We are not lawyers. We do not give legal advice. We just are here for entertainment purposes. Not educational, but entertainment. But, here.
And they help you get your kids back.
Yep. I mean, hopefully we can do something like that. That's the idea, right? Don't forget that Vinny's show is on Saturday. You'd like to see you all here. And let me see. I'm just slowly doing this here. I'm trying to find my thing. La 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 la. Char. Oh yeah, who's this?
Oh, there's Mr. Herbert.
Herbert decided to just come in now.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, he's back.
Very good,
Okay, I'm
Herbert.
back. So,
Mr. Old Man,
Mr.
no.
I have something to say.
Oh, very good.
Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous spoke to me. I got the full kit and caboodle of the story.
Yep.
The story you were telling us was partially correct. There's more to it. I got the
Okay.
whole super nuts. The kitten. I got the super nuts of the story.
Okay.
So now I understand what happened.
Okay. So
Okay, well, let's hear that
Go on.
soup and nuts.
Well, the super nuts will be something we could do on the after show if you want.
Perfect.
well, why can't you tell everybody here? 'Cause now everybody will go to the after show.
Because of
So
Mr.
what
and
is,
Mrs.
okay, so
Anonymous.
what are some main aspects that were missed that would sway the way that the story went?
For one, bus driver never made it to the door. For two, the bus driver was correcting his dinghy dong while he was approaching the child that was on the
Yeah.
camper, by the camper, whatever it was.
Which was
Number
said.
three, the bus driver in and of himself called CPS.
Which was said.
Number four, there was also a police personnel that Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous had spoken to, and the police officer gave them information. And number five, Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous did not want to give the video, which I saw. I saw the video. I watched the video. I watched the bus driver. So the video that wasn't going to go to CPS, I watched it.
Yeah. Do you know why that's not going to go to CPS?
Oh, I would never ask the question why. That's their prerogative.
Right. So again, what do those? Okay. So all those things you just brought to the table, what do they have to do with swaying the? You know. By the way, all those things were in the story. The only thing that wasn't, was the discrepancy would have been, was that the bus driver didn't go to the front door, which I believe was the video that they wanted to begin with, was the bus driver going to the door.
Okay, but the part with the hand, you couldn't really see. It appeared that the hand was doing something. So we can only assume they were straightening out the ding dong. That's what we can assume.
You're the one that brought the ding dong into it. I just said his hands were down his pants.
I brought the ding dong into it by saying because his hand was down his pants. So if his hand is down his pants, that's why I introduced the ding dong.
Can we just say ding dong, the witch is dead?
Yes.
All right. So what? Okay. So all right. They didn't change anything, and we validated.
No,
everything I said.
but you have to understand. Until I spoke to Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous, it was
There's
all.
no different information other than what was on the story. The only thing that's different is that you got it from
It left me and Josie to believe that the parent had alcohol in her breath, and he reported the parent to CPS.
Josie never thought there was alcohol.
Josie and I both said
When did I
that.
say alcohol? When in that story did I say alcohol?
Not you, Josie and I surmised that the bus driver must have smelled alcohol. Or why did we surmise that?
Yeah.
Because we couldn't figure out what other reason would the bus driver call the CPS. We couldn't
So
figure
that
out
was
what.
wrong. But why would you jump to an alcohol thing? See, this is the problem.
No. I'm going to tell you why we jumped to alcohol. Because we didn't know, we couldn't figure out, well, what is it that the bus driver, when they walked up to the parent and then called CPS, what the heck was what was going on?
Right, and I said that the parent was never present.
The parent spoke to the bus driver. Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous had conversation. Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous had conversation with the bus driver.
Okay. But where did alcohol come into it?
That's what Josie and I surmised because we didn't have any other information.
But in reality, there was no other information.
There was no alcohol either.
Right. So,
And also the individual, the bus driver, is a new driver. That wasn't introduced before. It's a whole new driver, a whole new company. This driver doesn't even know the child.
who cares? Why does that
No,
make
but
a
that's
difference?
part of it. Because the old drivers knew the child and knew the MO of the child.
Yeah, well,
That's why the old drivers,
according to what
the old
we read,
drivers would have never called CPS. The new
oh, so
driver,
they
the
got
new
a new
company. This is Herbert. The new driver.
so they got a new pervert.
Oh, you're saying that the new driver's a pervert?
Clearly.
No, the new driver. What he did wasn't a pervert. What he did is he, with his hands, but it was near the child. And the child was up on a camper, probably looking down.
You ever masturbated, Herbert?
Didn't sound like this person was masturbating.
All right, well, I'm just saying. It's all hands, no action. You know? Anyway, let's do some after meeting,
And
but
the
let's do
other
last
thing
thoughts
too
right now.
is you and Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous only had a 2-minute talk. All that time I was gone, I was talking to the Anonymous family.
Okay,
And I did a
good.
Herbert on them. And when I did the Herbert, I got the full kit and caboodle.
The things that you just put out there to us are the same things that were said. So I don't know what the
No. The Anonymous just was straightening out some stuff. The Anonymous just hit me up with
all right,
a
well, we'll do
little
this in the after.
side
Last
note.
thoughts, Herbert. What's your last thoughts? Let's go to the after meeting.
You need to learn all you can about CPS. Learn what to do and not do so you can avoid being on the radar. Because once you get CPS in your life, they don't leave. Which walks me into Vinny next, with not allowing them in your house. Right, Vinny? Earth to Vinny. Come in, Vinny.
I said that's correct.
Okay.
All right, Ashley, last thoughts.
Last thoughts. Let's see. Don't be afraid of learning new things because you can learn something new every day. Study what you can, and if you think you're in the right direction, study it again. Just make sure that you research all avenues and just don't be afraid to learn things that are new to you because you can do anything you actually put your mind to it. I am living proof of it because I wouldn't have thought a day ago or a year ago that I'd be knowing anything about law. And I'm almost pretty on spot with all my law and my case law.
You're damn right you are. That's just awesome hard work.
Don't be afraid to learn new things, guys. And of course, always never give up. It's your children. You're their only voice.
You deserve a round of applause for all that you've done, Ashley. For you come so far since I've met you, so it's solid for sure. Vinny,
Okay, then figure out.
last words, homeboy.
Last word. Keep fighting. Never give up. Remember, we are all in this together. We all need to work together. We all need to share this show out there. We need to get the promotion going on with the show and get people to realize that not all attorneys are fighting against you. There are some out there that are willing to work with you and get your children back. So don't always judge your attorneys and think that they're not going to help you. You got to find that one. You have to get through a couple just to find that one.
That's right.
So keep the faith, you guys, until tomorrow.
That's right. All right. You don't judge a lawyer by its cover, Vinny says. All right, cool. Mine is I'm gonna hang right there with Vinny.
Darren, before you go on, if Mr. or Mrs. Anonymous is listening, will you be having the after show so they can all come on?
He'll be there. I've already sent him the invite. Vinny, you want to handle the rest
Okay,
of
good.
everybody that goes? You see the invite in
Okay,
the private chat?
so approximately how many minutes will the after show come on?
As soon as we hang up.
Okay, very good.
Vinny, you send that out while I finish out the show?
I gotta get it first.
It's in the private chat.
Okay.
All right. Everybody, have a good night. I'm the CPS Punisher. We're out of here.
Are contaminated with young, inexperienced caseworkers and polluted with bribes, high-priced bonuses for speedy adoption of terminated parents, and judges who don't practice law with the Constitution in their sights. This is a problem.
They take away the fathers, leaving just a mom and cubs. They know that with that out the way, the better things will go. Breaking apart the family, destroying the American way. Our legacy is built upon our families of yesterday. Fuck CPS, fuck what they doing. Fuck CPS, they need to be ruined. It's all about the division of family services. You hear that the division, that's what they about. They prey upon the family, the ones that the dad's been kicked out. We can't stand for this abomination. This is the song that needs to play across our once great nation, making us aware of the problem. Stealing our kids, it's not mama drama. Stand up for those who are lost due to them. We need to fight for the family, making America great again. CPS comes along with the mission to protect. The only thing they are doing is cashing in those checks, paid for by the souls of the children, diagnosed by a caseworker who is still a baby herself. They take away the fathers, leaving just the mom and cubs. They know that with that out the way, the better things will go. Breaking apart the family, destroying the American way. Our legacy is built upon our families of yesterday. Fuck CPS, fuck what they doing. Fuck CPS, they need to be ruined. It's all about the division of family services. You hear that the division, that's what they about. They prey upon the family, the ones that the dad's been kicked out. We can't stand for this abomination. This is the song that needs to play across our once great nation, making us aware of the problem. Stealing our kids, it's not mama drama. Stand up for those who are lost due to them. We need to fight for the family, making America great again.